Good morning, Morai V'Rabotai. Be'ezrat Hashem, Mincha is going to be 7:35. And Hadlakat Nerot for the Chag is 8 p.m. The Chag starts, Shki'ah is 8:20. The learning today is Ilui Nishmat, Yosef ben Moshe Alevi, sponsored by Mira Kovla. Chazak u'Baruch. As we were doing the halachot, we mentioned that a goy who does something for himself, and we defined what it means to do something for himself, a Jew is allowed to benefit. So there's a lot of common examples of this situation. Let's say a goy tells his maid, for example, housekeeper, he says, "Can you please do the dishes?" And the goya, she takes the dishes and she puts it in the dishwasher. And the Jew knows, he knows ahead of time that that's what she's going to do. It's mutar, allowed to be done on Shabbat and on Yom Tov. Why is this allowed? Because I didn't tell her to wash it in the dishwasher. I told her to wash it. Now she could have washed it by hand, and she could have washed it in the dishwasher. It was easier for her to do it in the dishwasher. Now I knew she was going to do that, but that doesn't mean that what I commanded her to do was something that was asur. I just told her to wash dishes. And there's a permissible way of doing it, and she chose the more simple way for her to do it, and that's perfectly fine. Another common example, sometimes lights in the kitchen is off or something like that, and they need the light on. It's very hard to see, it's very hard to navigate. So one of the solutions that one could do is you could call a goy from the street. "Oh, do you want beer?" "Yeah, sure. Why not? Free beer? I'll take." He says, "Okay, I have in the fridge. You can take for yourself. Enjoy." And then the goy goes over, he sees the kitchen, the lights off. First thing he's going to do, he's going to turn on the light, right? It's easier for him to find the beer when there is actually light on. And so he turns on the light, he gets the beer. He's about to turn off the light. You're allowed to tell him, leave it as is. Because that's not telling him to do something that's asur. And when I told him to get the beer, that's also not asur. There's nothing asur about getting beer. Oh, he turned on the light, but he turned it on for himself. I'm allowed to benefit from that. Also, for example, let's say you have something in the hotel room. You're sleeping in a hotel. And, there's maybe it's 15 flights, 18 flights. It says, "I'm going to go get it. It's going to take a long time. It's a big headache." I'll tell the goy. So he tells the goy, he tells him, "Please go up to my room. This is the room. And get me so-and-so. Get me this thing." Now the goy, he's not taking 18 flights of stairs. He's going to take the elevator. He goes in the elevator, mutar. It's not a problem. Why? He could have taken the stairs. He decided for himself to take the elevator. And so on and so forth. Many examples of such cases that this would be permitted. If it's 100%, there's no other way to do it than to violate, that's a different story. There's nothing else that could be done except for violating. So it's like you told them to violate. But if it's possible to do it in a permissible fashion, and the goy for himself decided to do it in the more convenient fashion, then I'd be permitted to benefit from that Melacha. Baruch Adonai le'olam. Amen ve'amen.